Well, good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, you lovely people. It is Thursday. Thank you, Mima Dawn, if you can still hear me, for popping in here and leaving me your thumb. I appreciate it. And good morning again, Froggy.
Yes, good morning. Dawn PM Froggy. I
Oh,
have
look, look,
pills to
look, look,
take.
look. Somebody's getting ready to take their happy pills.
I don't know about happy.
Oh, goodness. Well, happy to those of us that are happy that you're taking what you need. And what are you drinking?
Gold Peak black tea with simply lemonade in it.
Oh, that's cool. Good morning,
Good
Amy.
morning,
How are
Amy.
you? Thank you for joining us this morning. I greatly appreciate that. I truly do. You know, I love lemon in my tea. I love it in my Diet Coke or Coke Zero, but I don't like lemonade. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I've just not found a lemonade that I care to sip on all day, not even get through a glass of, you know what I mean? Good morning, Amy T. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Now, I popped into Froggy's live
Uh huh.
and I heard her say that now I only heard part of it, so I'm not sure. Did she quit smoking?
Okay. Yes, ma'am. She's
Great
breaking the
job,
habit.
Froggy.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. She has switched over to the vape. I only like fresh squeezed lemonade, Froggy said. Yes, she has switched over to the vape. And even with the vape, Carrie, most of the time you just see her holding it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she got all the way through the live this morning without one cigarette. Uh,
Wow.
didn't even have one while she was drinking her coffee this morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good
Yep.
job, Froggy. Congratulations. That is huge.
I know. I know. She said she's been smoking since she was 16, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else mentioned in there they started smoking when they were like 14.
My
Um,
sister started at 11.
oh, my word. Really?
Yeah, she started stealing my dad's cigarettes and I got blamed for it.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Oh, you said 16. Holy Toledo. Well, of my three girls, my youngest is the only one that smoked and still does, as far as I know, but I don't think she smokes as heavy as she used to. Um, I do know that sometime back, she had started either cutting back or switching to the patch or anything, but I don't ask her about that because I know it's a sore subject, you know. But we all have to come to the realization that we are ready to quit. It has to be our choice, you know, not because others have guilted us or anything into doing it. You know,
Right. Hi, Amy T.
anything you do, whether losing weight, breaking a habit, just whatever it is, you have to be at that mind frame in which you're ready to do it for yourself. That's the only way
Yep.
it's going to work.
Yep.
But anyway, so good morning again, Rachel. How are you doing,
Good
sweet pea?
morning, Rachel.
Thank
Okay,
you.
you guys. There's not many of you in here, but if you're not a member and you want to do a really cool make along, you really want to be a member because we're starting a make along. When are we starting it? Next week?
This Saturday we are at Froggy's house for her members live, and then the next Saturday at 1:00, which will be what, the 9th of February, if that's the second Saturday, which I believe it would. No, wait a minute. Tomorrow's first. It'll be February the 8th. Members
Okay.
only, starting a crochet cardigan. We're going to be doing it together.
And I'm actually going to do it.
I know. Just a minute. I've got to knock at the door if you'll take care of that for me, please.
So I'm excited because, the only wearables I make are divine hats. Good morning, Nana Cat. So if you are interested in making this cardigan that, well, she made one for her daughters, but we're doing this one a little bit different because she wants her daughter to have the only one. I don't blame her at all.
Yeah. Right. Good morning, Nana Cat. How are you doing?
So if you're
Lace. Sorry.
If you're interested in making a cardigan, become a member because we're going to have a blast.
Yes. Lacey May. Yeah, I mean, I would appreciate you being a part of my little schoolhouse. Callie girl, how are you? Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Good morning, Callie.
Rachel asked, Carrie, you make shawls too, right? That's a wearable.
Well, yeah, but I don't. This is a cardigan. You actually wear it. I mean, like it goes on your arm or in your arm. Your arms go in it.
Good morning, Mandy. How are you doing, sweetheart?
Good morning, Mandy. Good morning, Sid.
Hello, Sid. How are you doing?
But I'm mostly a blanket person. Blankets and doilies.
I never thought that I would enjoy making blankets, but I have really enjoyed making mosaic blankets. I really have. Good morning, Kitty. How are you doing, sweetheart? Yes, we will be doing it on Froggy's channel for her members and my members as well. But this week we won't start it on Froggy's because she has something else planned for her members only. But anyway, I'm so glad everyone is here today. I'm going to go ahead and say
hi, Kitty.
Oh, excuse me, my nose
Good
is
morning.
itchy. We want to go ahead and welcome in our lurkers. I know that you have things to do, but we so appreciate you turning this on, and we will keep you up with everything that's going on in the chat. The only thing I ask is that you pause for just a moment and be sure that you leave your little thumbprint because it helps that silly YouTube algorithm. But this is for you.
Tell me that you're ready to go. I'll be here waiting. I'll be here waiting.
Oh, Sid says, I'm good. And yourselves? Thank you for asking. Well, yes, ma'am. We like to know how everybody is doing. And we are on the downhill slide of the week. I mean, tomorrow's Friday and then boom, we got the weekend again. And can y'all believe that January is just about over? I mean, we just celebrated Christmas and New Year's. And now we're getting ready to head into February. Good criminies. And I don't know about you folks, but I have found that the older I have become, the quicker it seems that time flies. Isn't that crazy? It really is. Good morning, Donna.
That was in sync.
Oh, Donna, sweetheart. Yes, ma'am. She's having a hard day today, needs our prayers. My special little fur baby was diagnosed with kidney failure yesterday and is now not eating. Oh, Donna.
No. Well, Donna, I got your card yesterday. Look at this card, you guys. Whoops.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, look at that. Oh, Donna, that is so pretty.
And you open it up and it says, the kindness you've shown will never be forgotten. Sending a bunch of thankfulness your way. God bless, Donna Haskins. And then the back of it is, it's one of those someone cares cards.
Yes.
So it says, sharing God's kindness. My daughter and I were putting final touches on posters to be displayed in her third grade classroom. My 5-year-old son, Brett, watched as we worked. What's it say? He asked. It says that starting next Monday, it's Be Kind to Animals Week, his sister replied. He was silent for a moment. For 1 week? Then what happens to the rest of the year? Is it Be Unkind to Animals time? Brett asked in disbelief. Sometimes I find that my acts of kindness are mostly the planned and prompted kind. The March of Dimes lady rings my doorbell. Our church pantry pleads for food, and it's my turn to bake cookies for the nursing home. In an organized bustle of doing good, I forgot that true kindness is more than isolated feats. Kindness is the inherent proof of God at work in us. Acts of kindness will often bring spontaneous and small, running an errand for a riddled friend, scraping your neighbor's frosty windshield, picking a rose for your pastor's lapel, baking your spouse's favorite pie, surprising your family with dinner out one evening, perhaps even leaving a little extra ham on the bone for your favorite pooch. Mary Lou Carney.
Aw, yes. Isn't it crazy?
She wrote a letter in here, but I'm going to leave that between her and me.
Yes, of course. Good morning, Rita. She says, Mom is in bed watching Netflix, so I might be able to sit a little while. Well, that's awesome. That really is.
Good morning, Rita.
You know, it really is a shame that when we think about random acts of kindness, we forget about that random word. You know what I mean? Because it's like you said, it's National Something Day or Something Week, especially when we're looking at those that are less fortunate than us, and especially our four-legged friends, animals. We pick 1 week or 1 day out of the year to acknowledge them and to want to do something nice for them. But what about the rest of the time throughout the year? Good morning, Gypsy, and good morning, Heidi. How are y'all doing this morning?
Good morning, Heidi. Good morning, Gypsy.
Oh,
Jesse.
I was just outside with the dogs, and my eyes are still watering from. We stepped outside the door, and right away, Lacey cut loose because, folks, she does not like the smell of marijuana, and it hit me right in the face. Somebody must have been smoking it right outside my door. But anyway, that doesn't have anything to do with what we were just talking about. I just didn't want y'all to think I was tearing up. It's just over the topic we were talking about. I was just tearing up because my eyes are still smarting from that. But Olga, how are you doing today, sweetie? Heidi says she just threw herself on the bed. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it, Heidi? I'm glad you were able to at least crawl out of bed. So, what is everybody drinking this morning, and what do you have on your hook? I am just finishing up on the last cup of coffee that was in my pot, and if it wasn't so late, I would probably make me at least another half pot, but I do think it's probably time for me to switch over to something else to drink. So I've got just 1 or 2 more swigs in here, but I am working on a new mosaic blanket. I have 4 that I'm working on, rotating, every week so that I don't get bored. A lot better today. How are you doing? Well, we're doing great, sweetie. Yes, Heidi. Actually, the dogs told you to get up. My pups, their daddy has them in a routine of getting up at 5 o'clock, and then he goes and takes care of his stuff. And then around about 5:30, we take them out. They don't seem to think or to notice that, especially Sundays. My husband doesn't work on Sundays, and sometimes he works on Saturdays, but not always. But especially Sundays, you would think that their little bodies are used to the fact that 1 day a week we like to sleep in. At least at 7. Come on, that's just another, hour and a half? Nope.
Isn't happening.
No, it ain't. Good morning, Carrie. How are you doing?
Good morning, Carrie.
Sid says she's switching between coffee and water, and she's working on a raglan sweater on the knitting needles. Oh, well, good for you, girlfriend. I am not into knitting yet. Hello, Beth.
Good morning, Beth.
Oh, no. Am I waking up, Hayes? I thought you were saying you smoked. Oh, no. No, sweetheart, I don't smoke nothing. No, she does not like the smell of marijuana at all. She don't like it smoking. She don't like if it's, there's been a couple of cars that she's walked around, and she'll walk by the doors and stop and smell and back up, and the hair on the back of her body raises up, and she'll just go to, crazy, full on howling, barking, all of it all mixed in one. It's crazy. Good morning, Timmy. How are you doing? Thank you for jumping in here with us this morning. But yes, like I said, I'm not a blanket person, but granny squares have always been my go-to if I like to do to make a blanket, because you can take all your leftover yarn, just pull out a little scrap ball and take it as far as it'll go, snip it off and add another color, and there's no telling what you're going to mix up with. And you can make those squares as little or as big as you want to. Heidi, she is the first generation of a mix between a red bone hound and what they call a tree walker. They are both hounds. One of my students made an application to the American Kennel Society, told them what they were looking at doing. And so the American Kennel Society is working with this group of boys. I taught all 4 of them from the time they were in 8th grade till they graduated high school. But these 4 boys have gone together, and they bought the granddaddy and the daddy of Lacey, which is the red bone line. They were both grand champions. And then the mother, which is the tree walker, she was just a champion. When he told me, he says, yeah, she's just a champion, I had to turn and look at him and say, excuse me, her pedigree is still quite remarkable. But anyway, she's the first generation of the 2 mixes, and she is a spoiled, rotten dog, let me tell you. And she is most certainly her daddy's girl. She tolerates me and she loves me, I have no doubt. But when her daddy gets here, here. You talk about a dog twisting itself inside out, upside down. Yeah, she can do it. Amy's working on a Tunisian blanket and keeping 6 kids alive. Oh my goodness. Kitty is drinking water and working on the ice cream garden circular blanket. How nice. She is, Rachel. Oh my goodness, she is just as cute as a button. She really is. Last year about this time, I'm trying to back up here. Carrie said, I'm on my second cup of coffee and I'm making a divine hat for my mom. Oh, that's awesome. What color? Let's see. Hats off to you, Amy. Isn't that the truth? She's cute as a button. She has the coloring of her daddy, which is mainly the red bone, but right across her snout, folks, she's got her mama's little white nose with the brown freckles on it, and her chest has the white with the brown speckles on it, and she has
Diane.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning again, Diane. How are you doing? But yeah, she is, oh my goodness. But like I said, oh, that's nice. A nice royal blue. You know, that's one of my favorite colors. It just really, really is. I love the jewel tones. I love the Victorians, tones of color, all the rich, that's just my color scheme. Hi, my favorite person I love to torment.
Hi, darling.
She was on Froggy's Live just a little bit of an hour ago, and for those of you that missed it, you need to go catch it. It is so funny. Froggy was sharing with everyone, and besides those of you that weren't up at that time, you need to give a shout out to Froggy because, folks, she has quit smoking. We are all so proud of her. I am not kidding you. Now, she has switched over to the vape, but we all know that at least she doesn't have all that other yuck going into her system. And yes, it is unbelievable, Froggy. It truly is. And folks, and what she has found for herself, and we have noticed, those of us that have seen her in Zoom, and if you watched her in the live, many times she'll just hold her vape pen. She's not even really drawing, sucking, whatever you do with that thing, but you know what I mean? So it's just been remarkable. And I mean, it's been like, boom, quick. She made up her mind. This is what she was going to do. Yes. Kitty, congrats to you as well, sweetheart. Yes. It is awesome, isn't it? Yep. That's right. Well, it's like I mentioned. I don't know if some of you ever catch the commercial. This lady is climbing up this huge mound of cigarette butts, the whole thing. And she finally reaches the top, and the commercial is about her stopping smoking and how she's noticed her lungs are clearer and all that kind of stuff. But folks, I'm sure this is kind of like an average, but they say for every cigarette that you don't smoke, you add 3 hours to your life. Can you imagine? One cigarette, if it's going to add on average 3 hours to my life, does that mean then if I smoke a cigarette that is taking away on average 3 hours of my life? Man, that's crazy. Good morning, Katie. How are you doing, sweetheart?
Good morning, Katie.
Let's see. I think it was Beth that asked the question a moment ago. I'm not real sure. That's right. Way to go on her quitting smoking. Rachel says, I saw a humorous video where people gave their pets sparkling water to drink. Pets hated it. I don't think they like the bubbles. No, I'm sure they don't. Well, but it's like I was saying at the very beginning, because we were talking about it, there weren't that many of you in here. Well, less is a good start. That's right. That is absolutely right. Oh my goodness. Okay, I thought it was Beth, but I got to go way back up here. Have you guys ever picked out a yarn online, went to get it, and not liked it when you got there? Oh yes, ma'am, I sure have. It was a Caron Jumbo in the color seashell. Huh. Me too, Carrie. Who was telling us this morning? I heard that Joann's is closing several stores, and I think somebody threw out there the number 6. But yes, they filed for bankruptcy again, but it looks like they're going to try to do a restructuring again. I don't know
they have 3 buyers.
Really?
2 of them are liquidations.
No.
One of them is going to just buy them and continue Joann's.
Oh my goodness, folks. If you love Joann's, get your prayer hats on then. We want that third person. We don't want liquidation buyers. We want someone that's going to keep it going. You quit smoking 25 years ago? Oh, Katie, that's wonderful. Diane saying, Carrie, poke, poke, poke.
Yes.
Did you ask a question and I jumped over it, Diane? So they have to make a choice. Well, let's hope that they'll go with the one that wants to keep them open. I know I would like it. Joann is my go-to for yarn, so I'm hoping it's not the liquidation buyers. Yes, me too. Me too. Because then, that only leaves what? Michael's and Hobby Lobby that many of us can just, if one's close enough. No, you're just being annoying. Because, like Wool Warehouse, they're not everywhere. Now, don't get me wrong. Hobby Lobby, Michael's, and Joann are not everywhere either. I mean, there's not a Joann's in every town like there seems to be a Walmart, but still, I really would hate to see Joann's just not be around anymore. Good morning, Lana. How are you doing today? I read about your test results, so I'm praying this next procedure will give you some clarity and some more answers. Oh, I know, Carrie. I have one in the town right up from us. It's about 20 miles, Sebring, and their selection is okay, but the yarn they carry in that store is not anything spectacular. Rita's saying, Diane, pokey dokey poke poke back to you. And even when you go online at Michael's, they just don't seem, I don't know. Kitty, oh my goodness. You've never been in a Hobby Lobby? Oh, she has a Joann's right across the street from her. Oh my goodness, that would be just like me living down the street from Walmart. I know, Beth. Ben Franklin's, Perry's, and Gibson's. They were my 3 places to go and get yarn.
Hi, Lana.
That would just be super. Oh, yeah. My husband would have to put a chain on the door from the outside to keep me from walking over there. 3 days a week. Yes, I would be too, Kitty. Well, Carrie, it's already 30 minutes past the hour. Can you believe that? Good morning, Dreeny. How are you doing today, sweetheart?
Good morning, Jeannie. How was your birthday?
I was just getting ready to ask. I hope you had a wonderful day. In fact, I hope it was super duper fragilistic expialidocious for a perfect queen.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Life's sinkholes. The one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world. 1 John 4:4. There are times in all of our lives when we feel as though we've been swallowed by a sinkhole. Something shakes our world and the ground beneath our feet falls away. Our sense of normalcy is disrupted and our foundation of security splits wide open, leaving us staring up from the bottom of the deep pit at the life we once knew.
Yep.
We need to have a dependency on something or someone larger and more powerful than ourselves to lift us out. In fact, the more dependent we become, the more likely we are to stubbornly keep wallowing in our own sinkholes. Dear Papa God, when I find myself stuck and helpless, it's all the more reason to be dependent on you. Please strengthen and lift me as only you can. Amen.
Amen. And I like that topic, sinkholes, because yes, we can hit them, can't we? Oh, Diane, you lucky duck. 10 minutes to Hobby Lobby. Never went in one yet, but Michael's never worth going to donate 30 minutes.
Look at the kids.
Wait. Look at those beautiful pictures there. Oh, how cute. Those are precious. Precious.
Is that brother and sister? I mean, I know that's my boyfriend, but
That was a good devotional, wasn't it? Yes. Sinkholes of life want to pull us down and keep us down, don't they? Just like quicksand. But God is always there with his hand reached out saying, grab a hold. So cute. Yes, they are. Speaking of
very
cute, do we have any updated pictures of little Tommy? First cousins. Oh, okay.
Oh.
You need to tell your son he should be sending you pictures every day.
I got this picture of the sun last night.
Wait, let's see. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at the colors. Where were you coming from? I'm nosy.
My nail tech's house. Going to Valvoline.
Mm-hmm.
We had to stop at her house because she got some stuff for the baby.
Oh, that was so sweet.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see.
I just love looking at baby pictures, don't y'all? Whether they're mine or somebody else's.
No, the latest one that I have is this one.
I know, that's so cute. He's like, come on, people.
Junior and the third.
Oh, goodness. Meaning he's coming up quickly on being already a month old. Goodness
Mm-hmm.
gracious. Goodness gracious. And just like puppies and kittens, they change so quickly. I do too, Rachel. I love sunrise and sunset pictures. There's just something about the light and how it hits the atmosphere, you know, the colors, depending on where you're at in the world, and the light or the colors, you know, that are around when the sunlight hits it. It's just gorgeous.
It went down so fast. I was trying to take it when it was up,
Right.
and we kept driving by trees, and finally he slowed down almost to a stop in the road.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Oh, me too. Me too, Katie. She says, I'm a flat out baby hugger and cuddler. I will sit and play with toddlers for hours. Beth says, my sister-in-law took me to Joann's yesterday. I have anxiety about leaving the house and haven't been out in a while and getting harder to get myself ready to go. Made myself feel like a human again. Well, that's good, Beth. Oh, Amy T. I think I've lost my crojo. I have all this time since I'm not really allowed to do anything, and I have a ton of projects I could be working on, and I'm just sitting or laying down doing nothing. Well, sweetheart, your body needs time to heal, so it's okay to just be sitting around doing nothing. That's all right. And yes, Carrie, very, very glad that you got up, got dressed, and got out. That's a big step. I know it is.
So also yesterday, we talked about starting, and I put a note on my community
Calendar?
tab about starting crochet along the nature's walk on my channel.
Good.
Starting March 3rd.
Yep. I have the pattern pulled up. I've already pulled out several skeins, and I'm marking what color is going to what square.
You're too organized.
Well, I just want to go ahead and pull that yarn so I don't get it, you know, set aside for another project.
Yeah.
It's not my nature, though. Well, I understand that, Amy, but, you know, when your body needs rest, it's not going to want you to do anything. So,
that's true.
Yeah. Lana says, I understand. I haven't accomplished anything worthwhile in January as far as crochet is concerned. But you know what? It is okay to take a break from anything, whether it's crochet, knitting, looming, woodcraft, card making, sewing. It doesn't matter what your go-to craft is. Sometimes we just need to take a break from everything. We really do. See, I'm doing mine in a 4-weight too, Carrie. I got my sister-in-law crocheting again after 20 years. Oh, that's wonderful. I think she might join the crochet along too. Fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, how much fun. And with the two of you doing it together, oh my goodness, Beth, y'all are that's going to be some wonderful time spent. You're going to drive yourself today? Okay. You haven't driven in a while, but I can do this. I'm already tired of being a burden. It's only 30 minutes away. Well, you can do that. That's right, Lana. Callie. Yep, me too. Lots of time by yourself, and crochet keeps you company along with your wonderful yarny community. That is absolutely right. I think so too, Rachel. And I love this. I love this one. Good morning, Denise. Thank you for joining us here this morning. Amy T says that hers is going to be a 4-weight too, since 90% of her yarn is 4-weight. I am absolutely the same. I am absolutely doing the crochet along. Looks like Mom wants the yellow yarn to be something, or maybe all of her minis. Well, that's great. See, isn't that awesome? I mean, and nothing says that you have to use the colors that are in that blanket, as far as I'm concerned. You know, now many folks like to use the colors that come along in a pattern. Me, I'm going to say I'm like 50-50. Sometimes I'll go along with the color that are already put together, and sometimes I just go my own direction. But yeah, the squares look like to me that they're going to not take as much yarn. Let me see. Let me put it up here. Which one is it? Is it that one? No. Where are you?
It's going to be a really good stash buster.
Oh, yeah. There you go. That's what I was wanting to say.
Regardless of what size yarn you use, it'll be a nice stash buster.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's over on this one. Let me check.
Because I'm using all my minis.
There it is. Come on. Yes, because whenever you look at the color combinations they have, because you can obviously buy different, if you Black Sheep Wool's website, yes, you can buy them already packaged up in different colors.
Thank you, Anna.
Oh, come on.
You know, I don't know
Yes,
the answer to that question.
The wild hedgehog, if you're using the Sheepsy Stone Wash 4-ply, you only need at most 4 of some of the colors, but 8 of the main color. 4 and 3, whether you're doing on all of those there. Now these are all in the Sheepsy's yarn. Stylecraft, you're still looking at about the same. 16 balls, 28. Now that's depending on the yarn that you use.
Let me see if.
And I love the fact that she gives a gauge so that you know, depending on, especially I guess if you go with hers, but she says 22 stitches by 10 rows and a square that's 6 1/4 inches before blocking, 6 1/2 after blocking. Well, I know my squares are going to be much bigger than that because I'll be using the 4-weight. And I don't know if I told y'all, but when you do download the free pattern, the first part, the instructions before the charts are in UK terms, but after the chart, she also has US terms there. So don't be discouraged if you look and see that you've, when it talks about being in both, that it in UK terms, because she does have the US translation for us. Okay,
it says
Lana, go ahead.
It says blanket details, easy to intermediate. The pattern mostly uses basic stitches worked in the round. Some intermediate stitches and techniques are used. Crochet charts included, see below. Skills needed. You need to be able to follow a written pattern using UK, well, it's written in US. So, working in the round, basic stitches, double crochet, triple crochet, treble crochet, double treble crochet. It would also be helpful if you know how to work decreases like treble two together or treble three together. The blanket size is 46 by 58.
But that's if you're using the sock yarn. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
The DK.
I'm trying to figure out how many squares there are.
Yes, Paula Mint's Willow Square in the brown and cream. Yes, it was beautiful. It is a beautiful blanket, isn't it? Lana says she likes the colors of what you're working with right now.
Thank you.
Amy T, she's looking to see how many squares. Beth says, I really like the colors they show, but I might go with nature's colors, browns and greens.
Oh, crud.
I know, Rita. She says, I've been feeling down the last couple of months, but all she's got to go do is look at her yarn and makes her happy.
Okay, so
You
1,
are
2,
so
3, 4, 5,
welcome,
6, 1,
Olga.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 by 8 squares.
So 48 squares without the trim. I love that trim border.
I do too.
That's why I've pulled out a lot of my jewel tones, because I think with using like an eggshell or an ivory to do my border edging in, it's just going to give it that, I hate to use a Victorian, but Victorian look, I guess, you know, that's what I want to go with mine. So anyway, Rita, I've already downloaded the free version, so I don't mind sending you a copy of it. Oh, awesome, Katie. The Fuzzy Sheep and Naughty will have some Valentine's bags added this Friday. Whoop, whoop. Six to 6.5 inch squares, yes. She is, isn't she, Beth?
What?
Did you send me an email about the bees? No. Did you send me an email about the bees? Because I totally forgot about those. Email me, Katie, please. Yes, it is free on Ravelry, Olga. Sorry for the noise. They're moving furniture outside. Let me go and pull up my pattern here. So I can tell you where I got. Oh, I've already. Okay, wait a minute. Ravelry again. Nope, that's not who I want. Okay.
Good to know. Thank you, Diane. So 4 of each square.
Yes.
Hi, Robin. Good morning.
Okay, folks, I'm getting ready to send you the link. Here. So for those of you, hello, Robin, sweetie. How are you doing? So for those of you that wants the nature walk blanket that we will be doing as a crochet along with Carrie starting March the 3rd, I'm getting ready to drop you the links. There it is.
The Nature's Walk, Froggy.
Yeah. So when you click on that link, or when you highlight that link and put it in your browser, off on the right hand side, it says download, and it is free.
From Ravelry, it's free, not from Etsy.
No, not from Etsy. This is a Ravelry site. Diane says, I'm so undecided now on which size yarn I'll use. The one I want for the border is a thinnish 4. The ones I want for the squares are a true 3. Then it'll be fine, Diane.
I was actually thinking that I would use a 3-weight to do my border. And I'm using a 1-weight because I don't have any solid 1-weights. Actually, I do. I have some purple 1-weights.
That might, well, what colors are, well, yeah. Purple would be pretty. That's right, Diane. Basically, that's what it is, but there's different patterns on the squares, which are just gorgeous. And they really do not look like hard patterns to follow, folks. Because when you look at the graphs, you know, the charts, excuse me, it gives you an idea of what the squares look like.
I haven't looked at the charts.
Well, I love a pattern that includes charts. I just wish that whenever I wrote up a pattern that I could include a chart with my patterns, but I just can't. My husband tried to, I have downloaded a Once Upon a Time, all right? There was a free chart making program that you could download, and you know, you could make your own charts from your patterns. Yeah, that took a little bit more finagling than Maureen could handle, or maybe I should say a little more finagling than what I wanted to do. Too much thinking required, and I couldn't just, you know, copy and paste each little chart mark that I wanted. Diane says, I also have some heathered Hirschners. Oh, I love the heathered colors, and that's a 4, but may not have enough of that. Ugh. You may have to do a little finagling, you know. Got to tell you all, I'm meeting Diana D tomorrow. We're live, only an hour away. Kind of nervous, but going for sure. That's awesome, Beth. So she'll be on at 1 o'clock Eastern time? I do
No,
too,
they
Diana.
live only an hour away.
Oh, we live. Okay. See, I took that word live and said live. That's so awesome, Beth. I prefer charts. I mean, I really do. But I also love having the written part as well because, sometimes, I mean, for me, I will read the written pattern, but if there's a chart, because sometimes, maybe I'm not quite understanding the wording or the phrasing, you can always go and look at the chart. And if you're a chart reader, and that's what I was taught on first. So I really like it. Let's see. This is Thursday. She's bringing me some things and I'm taking things, stitch marker supplies for her. Oh, that's nice. You may have to finagle it, Diane. Well, there's nothing wrong with that,
I'm going to have to order some one weight for the border.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going to want to do it in cream.
Well, there you go.
Let's look at her nerves.
She's already gone to the store. Oh, goodness. It's always nice meeting folks that share a craft. In it, if I'm unsure of the pattern, I look at the chart to see if I can figure out that way, but I don't normally use charts. Oh, yes, Lana, it is the Nature's Walk Crochet Along blanket. And we'll start it on March the 3rd here on Carrie's channel. So be sure you go and grab that link if you don't already have the pattern. I mean, don't go now there. If you read down in her description, there are some bonus squares if you want to make it bigger, but you have to pay for those. But I do believe it comes in a bundle. Let me look real quick. There it is. Now available as a PDF with bonus content. Yeah, there we go. But that one, I think, if you click on that one, I think it's like $6.51, five British sterling pounds, but for us in America, it would be $6.51. So,
Oh, this would be a pretty color for the
border.
It's called Fossil. The brown.
Ooh, yeah. Depending on what colors you chose, that would be very pretty.
Well, it's going to have multicolors because it's going to be made out of minis.
Okay. Okay.
Or should I go with the lemon?
I don't know. It just depends if you want it to brighten the colors that you put together. Of course, you know me. I probably would go more with the other one and not so much the yellow, but that's just me.
Well, they're not one weight.
Hello, Nifty sweetheart. How are you?
Hi, Nifty.
Robin says 6 squares free and 6 paid squares. Okay. Beth says you can't read charts either. Well, and for most, Nifty says she likes the lemon color. And she said, Diane says, I think she's talking about the lemon color. She got it in Universal, and it's a 4-way.
That is Universal.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking at. Yeah,
Okay.
it is a 4-weight, and I want. I need a 1-weight. That stupid light.
Well, folks, we have reached our hour. I just want to say thank you to all of you for being here. I truly appreciate your time, and I've enjoyed the conversation. So I hope, like Carrie and I, that those of you that want to, that you're looking forward to doing this crochet along. We'll be talking about it more as February goes through, and hopefully those that weren't here today can get caught up with us tomorrow in the conversation about this, because we're going to be talking about it. And for those of you that would like to join my membership, there are different levels. It's not a one size fits all, but I will be sharing with the members on my channel a crochet along for a cardigan. It is not a pattern that's released anywhere, so the members will be the ones that have access to it. So if you're wanting to work on a cardigan, that's where we'll be. But tomorrow we'll be over at Carrie's house, same time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So be sure to join us. And I'm going to go ahead and start us off. Please remember to be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know. Could be your light that they are needing to see. Love you guys. Carrie?
And remember, one random act of kindness can change the world. Love you guys. Take care and be kind.
Love y'all. Bye.
Bye-bye.